So I just wanted to bring you guys another video. It really helped me a lot when I was entering medical school. So I don't know if it's going to help you, but I hope it does. So I'm just going to be answering a few questions. I have them written down in my notebook. Forgive my handwriting, but I set up some questions that I will answer as we progress, so I don't miss anything or forget anything. First of all, in Nigeria, medical school is how will I explain it? Medical school, being in medical school, is almost the same everywhere, but I think it's much strenuous in Nigeria. Yes, I believe that some universities haven't updated some of their um, teaching methods or whatever. So, but medical school is basically about you. You have to do what is best, like what helps you best, what you can learn from. It's not basically when the lecturer enters the hall, when the lecturer enters the classroom, all he does is to dictate and like explain the surface. You now have to go do your research. That's what being a doctor is, because even when you become a doctor, you still have to learn, you still have to read every single day. No pressure, but it's something that we all have to accept and deal with. Even staying longer in medical school, in the university, training us to be good doctors, to be reliable, to be self-sufficient, to be um strong-willed, and believe in yourself, confident in yourself. I can't tell you how it's really like that confidence stuff dealt with me when I went there. The pressure, not pressure. It's just when you have passion for something, it's really hard for you to say that you drop out, or maybe you don't like what. To be honest, there are some people that are in medical school because their parents want them to be there, their parents want them to, you know, reach this level, something like that. But that's not all it entails. Even though you enter, even though you're there, you still have to be yourself, you still have to study, you still have to do all the work. Your parents don't know what you are doing there. They're not going to follow you to classes, they're not going to follow you into the exam halls. They're just going to push you to do better, to read hard, and to continue and to grow and to that's I don't even know how else to explain it. But medical school is something that everybody needs to understand. I'm going to put the screen of the or screenshot of what the what the internet says about a medical student, something like that. So our next question is JAM courses. Okay. In Nigeria, we take JAM, Joint Admission Matriculation Board. That's the full meaning for those of you that are still younger, that have not yet gotten to that stage and you just want to know. Okay, JAM um it's like it's also pair it with WAEC. You take JAM, but you also take WAEC. You take NICO. NICO is like an alternative to your WAEC. If your WAEC is not that good, you use your NICO, you submit your NICO instead. But if your WAEC is good, you can just keep your NICO for something else. Okay, so JAM, the courses that we have to take in JAM if you want to courses you have to take if you want to get into medical school, if you want to have a chance. You have to take English, you have to take biology, chemistry, and physics. And let me tell you, it is no joke, because JAMB is very strict with their marking. They are everything very very strict. So you have to read hard, study. Cut off mark. I don't it, I don't know about that one. Cut off mark. It varies in universities because in some universities they don't take post UTME and they don't some universities they take post UTME and the others they don't take post UTME. So they use those that don't take post UTME use their jump, use your jump and your WAEC as the grade that you need to they get it from there. Then why those that take post UTME they pair it with your jump and also your WAEC. I don't really know the details about that the marking scheme or something like that, but I know that the cutoff mark is going to be from 280 and above. um if you're assuming if you're applying to federal universities and state, private, I have no idea what that about. So now we have, as you progress, as you know, we have 6 years in medical school. We have the first year, that's when you do all your um secondary school courses in the advanced stage, like you do your physics, you do your chemistry. That's if you're a medical student. You do your physics, you do your chemistry, you do your biology, you do your what do you call it, all the other subjects that you did in one. I think there are nine. So let's list it out. So we have maths, we have physics, we have chemistry, we have biology, we have CSC. CSC is also ICT. In other, like in secondary school it's called ICT, while in university is CSC, computer studies. And also let me tell you, maths is further maths. So if you're not yet in secondary school, or you have not really gone that you're not yet in senior secondary, you have not really gone that far, I just want to tell you further maths is essential. I know in some people, in when I was in secondary school, when I was in high school, secondary school, I was further maths was not something I really wanted to do, because there's this saying that we used to say, like, you have not finished learning maths, you now want to go and further the maths. That's what we normally say. But truth be told, in university 100 level medical school, you're going to be doing uh uh swords, you'll be doing all those, like, topics and logarithms, advanced stage. This is not joking. Like, if you don't know the basics, you don't know what you're doing, you will find it hard to do it. But if you're already far, like you're in SS3, you're already graduating, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to read harder when you get there, so you don't lag behind and you don't, like, go out fail out. So during our let's now talk about our passing grade. Okay, there's something that our professor told us during our 100 level, our orientation, 100 level orientation. He said something about, all those that are feeling proud that I'm a medical student, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Guy, you still have 5 years to stay in university. You still have 5 good years to stay in university. So don't even start. It's not going to be in 100 level that you start feeling that proud, that pride. It's not going to be in 100 level, because that's like, I don't know how to put it. When you officially become a medical student is when you're in 300 level. No, when you officially become a medical student is when you're in 400 level. Let me tell you, 400 level, because there are stages in medical school. Like, a medical student has, like, the hierarchy. We have the highest, of course, medical students. No, we have residents. That's after you've graduated your 6 years, you do your 1 year residency and youth service, something like that. You serve your country. Um, from the residents, you now see the medical students. That's 400 level to 600 level students. Then we now have the pre-med students. I'll put up the charts up here, so I'm here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We have the residents, we have the pre-med, we have the residents, we have the medical students, we have the pre-med, and we have the 100 level students. 100 level students, 100 level is not, you're still combined with everybody, like you're still studying, learning with other departments. You've not yet been segregated into your different you just have to calm down, cool down. I know it's exciting, you're feeling proud, and everybody feels like that. Let's be honest, you pass, you go. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just let's just say it's better to be humble, because you don't know where you're gonna be. It's better to be humble, like humble, especially when you're in medical school. Because when if you're a hothead, if you are feeling big and proud and stubborn, I don't think you're going to go very far. But my advice is just to be humble, especially when you're in 100 level, because you still have like 5 good years, 5 years to be in medical school. So you don't have to joke. Just have to thank God for everything that He has done, for leading you into the university, for giving you admission, for giving you medicine and something like that. If it was your dream course or not, whatever it is, just give God all the glory, and sit your ass down and read, study. I know that when I got into medical school, 100 level, I thought that I was going to use of which I used, my reading method, when I was still in secondary school. A week or 2 weeks to the exams. That's when I'll start reading, and it generally worked for me in secondary school, when I was like, taking exams. WAEC, I think I actually in WAEC, I actually did like better. Like in my WAEC, studying for my WAEC, I read like before the time. Plus all the everything and everything. Just give God all the glory. And 100 level, I thought I was going to use that method, like studying 2 weeks before the exam, but the workload is too much to do that. You can't, because if you start panicking, you find out that when you enter the exam hall, you use everything that you've read in a hurry, like everything just fly out from your head. So you just have to start from the beginning, like that day, that immediately you learn, immediately you have your first class, or whatever it is, or anytime your first class, whichever one it is, you study. Like you form a study timetable, you try out different methods and see if it will work for you. Maybe reading in the night, staying up late at night, or maybe going to the library after classes. Whichever one is good for you, you just have to try out. When I was in 100 level, I didn't really know the method that worked best for me, because I was using my secondary school mentality, like um studying 2 weeks for the exams, and it was just God's grace that helped me, because grace, because it's God's grace. So my next question is, I'm going to be talking about the MBBS exams. So like I said, there's a hierarchy. So when you're in pre-med, there's an exam you take. That's after you have succeeded, you pass with flying colors to into pre-med. That's second year to third year. They are actually combined into 3 semesters, because each year you have no, we have in each class we have 2 semesters. So in 200 level, you study for your first semester, second semester, you take your first semester exams, second semester exams. Your third year, you take your third semester exams. Then your final semester, that's the last semester, second semester, you use it for your exams and your mock. And generally the exams, three three semesters in pre-med class is joined together in Nigeria. At least that's the one I know about in Nigeria. Is joined, combined together. So that's how it is. So you just have to be kind along, keep reading, keep studying and everything. Now in MBBS class, pre-med, the exam you take before you enter your 400 level, that is second MBBS exams. Then from 400 level to 500 level, you take your third MBBS exams. From your 500 level to 600 level, you take your final MBBS exam. That's where you specialize. Like that's where you take your main board exam. Like how law people do it. Like their board exams are the final everything. That's how we do it. Also, final year you take your main main I cannot say this, main exams. Although other exams, they are super important because second semester 200 level and 300 level scheme of work, they are combined. So everything you're reading for the MBBS exams. Third from 300 level to 400 level, you're reading for that. You're just reading for the one MBBS exam, and that is the card that you will hold to cross over to medical school. At least that's where, when you're in pre-med, you don't get access to going to the hospital as much as you don't get access to the hospital at all. But once you become a medical student, like a full certified medical student for 400 level, you can go to it. There are classes, you have classes in the hospital, you have like something like that. Now, is medical school expensive or cheap? I've heard that private universities, they are generally expensive, so I'm guessing that their medical school is also expensive. Federal universities, I think I heard that federal universities are the cheapest, but if you that's if you subtract what you're going to pay, registration, everything, 100 level, and your accommodation, just if you subtract it, it's cheaper. Just I feel that federal schools are cheaper. That's why people are actually rushing for medical school in studying medicine in federal universities. Although states are also nice, so just in case. Now, the mentality about medical school in Nigeria. I don't even know how to emphasize this enough, but you have to read on your own. If you're relying on whatever the teacher is going to teach you, going to come out an exam, is a lie. It will not happen. It's not working. So what you have to do is after classes you study. Because I had a hard, I'm telling you from experience, like 100 level, God managed to help me. God helped me, and I crossed over. And in 200 level, my first semester exams, it was death. Like you will sit down in your seat and be looking at the exams, and because you couldn't do cramming. The questions are not based on what you crammed. The questions are like problem based, so they really, you have to do some thinking, and without, if you didn't study it in depth, there is nothing you are writing. And the worst part is, each lecturer has his or her own standard of how you answer the questions. Just like how maybe when you were in SS3 classes, your teachers were marking it like you normally hear, maybe I don't know if you heard, but during my secondary school time, SS3, I heard that they were actually grading our paper like according to WAEC scheme, like marking scheme. So they were training us to they were building us up so that we'll be ready for the WAEC to come. So that's how it is. That's also how it is in medical school. So the first semester exams was not funny, and I blame myself, because you can't blame, who are you going to blame? The teacher? Who? It's not possible. You can't blame any other person. You have to blame yourself because you didn't study. And I tried my best. I did my best. But one thing you have to learn in medical school is that failure is I don't want to say what I want to say, but failure is, you just have to get back up. Don't be discouraged. If you really in your soul, and you know, like there's this voice in your head that is telling you that you can do this, like you can become this, it's not hard for you. You just have to sit down and read, then go for it. Because don't be discouraged, because you will As other other my friends that are in upper classes, like higher classes than me, they're telling me that consultants they're training you so to think this. I've not gotten to that place. God help me I get to that place. But I'm just saying that you just have to learn to adapt. Adapting is so important in medical school because you have to adapt. You have to adapt to so many things. You have to oh, sleep. Saying you should not sleep. Don't say I said you should not sleep. Sleeping is very very important. So I'm just going to be putting up the links of websites where you can find things that will help you, materials or something that will help you in your medical school journey. And also comment down below which if it was really helpful or you have any other questions that you want me to answer, and I'll be glad to answer them in another video. I don't know if you understood what I said, but putting down the link, I'll put down the links of everything, the questions I answered, the summaries of everything I said. In I'll put out the link in the website where I said it. You can check that out if you really want to read it, like read and understand it. I don't know what I'm speaking gibberish or if you guys are understanding, but yeah, I'm so tired, like really tired, and I need to start something. So I just want to, I'm leaving you guys with the advice that you need God. If you're a Christian, you need God. You need faith. You need to believe in yourself. You need humility. Humility is important. It's hard to be humble than to be proud just because you just got to this stage, because you still have more stages to overcome, and you need God's grace to do that. So I just want to leave you guys with this advice that it's better for you to start immediately, start studying whichever level you are right now. This opportunity that we are at home, this the everything that's been keeping us at home, you study and you read. mm. As soon as we open, we are taking our MBBS exams, second MBBS exams. So I don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share if it was helpful. And I'm posting more from time to time when I find time. I'm posting every week. So God help me. God helping me, I would. So yeah. So you guys take care of yourself and have a blessed week. Good shit.